What if, by the year 2100, your dream vacation wasn't to a tropical island or a bustling city, but to a luxury hotel orbiting Earth, a place where you could sip a drink while watching the planet curve below you, or float effortlessly through zero-gravity lounges? Sounds like science fiction, right? But here's the thing: this future is closer than you think. With advancements in space technology and the rise of private space companies, the idea of a space hotel is no longer just a fantasy. It's a vision we're actively working toward. In this video, we'll take you on a journey to explore what a space hotel might look like in 2100. From futuristic architecture and cutting-edge engineering to the extraordinary experiences awaiting travelers, we'll uncover how humanity is turning this dream into a reality. Why does this matter? Because as we push the boundaries of exploration, space tourism is poised to redefine not just how we travel, but how we see ourselves in the universe. So let's dive in and discover the incredible possibilities of the ultimate getaway among the stars. For centuries, humanity has gazed at the stars, dreaming of the day we could leave Earth behind and explore the cosmos. Stories of space travel filled the pages of science fiction, from Jules Verne's visionary tales to the futuristic worlds imagined by Isaac Asimov. But what once seemed like pure fantasy began to take shape in the 20th century as the space race turned our eyes skyward and showed us that the stars might not be so far out of reach after all. Fast forward to the 21st century, and space tourism has transformed from a distant dream into a tangible reality. In 2001, Dennis Tito became the first private citizen to travel to space, marking a pivotal moment in the history of space exploration. This wasn't just a trip for astronauts anymore. Space was opening up to the rest of us. Over the next 2 decades, companies like SpaceX, Blue Origin, and Virgin Galactic stepped onto the stage, each pushing the boundaries of what was possible. SpaceX's reusable rockets revolutionized the industry, drastically lowering the cost of space travel. Blue Origin focused on suborbital flights, offering breathtaking views of Earth from the edge of space. And Virgin Galactic brought a touch of luxury to the experience, making space travel feel like the ultimate adventure for the wealthy and curious alike. These milestones weren't just about launching people into space, they were laying the groundwork for something even bigger. The idea of space hotels, once relegated to the pages of science fiction, started to feel achievable. But the question remains, what will it take to turn these fleeting trips into permanent structures orbiting our planet? How do we go from brief visits to living among the stars? Picture a hotel where the walls curve like the surface of a planet, where hallways spiral instead of stretch, and where every room is designed to defy the laws of gravity. This is the architectural challenge of building a space hotel. On Earth, buildings are designed with gravity in mind. Floors are flat, walls are vertical, and everything stays firmly rooted to the ground. But in space, where gravity is absent, architects and engineers are reimagining what it means to create a structure that's not just functional but also breathtaking. One of the most striking innovations is the use of rotating sections to simulate artificial gravity. Imagine stepping into a cylindrical module that slowly spins, creating a gentle force that pulls everything toward the outer wall. This isn't just for the novelty of it, it's a practical solution to one of the biggest challenges of living in space: the effects of prolonged weightlessness on the human body. By incorporating these rotating sections, a space hotel could offer guests the option to experience something close to Earth's gravity, making long stays more comfortable and healthier. Modular design is another game changer. Unlike traditional hotels, which are built as a single, static structure, space hotels will likely be assembled piece by piece in orbit. Modular units can be launched separately and then connected to form a larger, more flexible complex. This approach allows for easy expansion, adding new rooms, amenities, or even entire wings as demand grows. It's like building with cosmic Lego blocks, where each piece serves a purpose and can be rearranged or upgraded as needed. But functionality is only half the story. A space hotel isn't just about solving problems, it's about creating an experience. Architects are experimenting with materials and shapes that not only withstand the harsh conditions of space but also inspire awe. Think panoramic windows that offer unobstructed views of Earth and the stars, or interiors that use light and texture to mimic natural landscapes. Every detail is designed to make guests feel like they're part of something extraordinary, a place where the boundaries of architecture and imagination blur. Of course, designing for zero gravity comes with its own set of challenges. How do you ensure guests can move around comfortably without floating into walls? How do you create spaces that feel open and inviting when there's no up or down? These are questions that push the boundaries of what we think is possible, and the answers are as fascinating as they are innovative. And speaking of innovation, how will these designs ensure not just comfort but safety for guests? That's a story in itself, one that involves cutting-edge technology and meticulous planning. But we'll save that for the next part of our journey. For now, just imagine stepping into a structure that feels like it belongs in a sci-fi movie, except it's real and it's waiting for you among the stars. Now, let's talk about one of the most fascinating aspects of a space hotel: artificial gravity. Imagine stepping into a sleek, futuristic lobby, only to feel the reassuring pull of gravity beneath your feet, just like you would on Earth. How is that even possible? The answer lies in the clever use of physics. By creating rotating structures, space hotels can generate centrifugal force, which mimics the effects of gravity. Picture a giant wheel spinning in space. The outer edges of that wheel would push everything outward, creating a sensation similar to gravity. This isn't just a cool trick, it's a game changer for long-term stays in space. Without it, living in a zero-gravity environment would make even the simplest tasks like eating, sleeping, or even walking incredibly challenging. But artificial gravity isn't just about convenience, it's about health. One of the biggest challenges of living in space is the toll it takes on the human body. In zero gravity, muscles begin to atrophy and bones lose density over time. For guests planning to stay in a space hotel for weeks or even months, artificial gravity could be the key to staying healthy. It would help maintain muscle mass, keep bones strong, and ensure guests feel energized throughout their stay. Think of it as the ultimate wellness feature, a way to enjoy the wonders of space without sacrificing your physical well-being. Of course, artificial gravity is just one piece of the puzzle. While it solves many of the challenges of living in space, there are still other technologies that will make these hotels feel like true homes away from home. What about the air we breathe, the food we eat, or even the way we entertain ourselves? These are the questions that will shape the next generation of space accommodations. So, as we marvel at the ingenuity of artificial gravity, let's also wonder, what other innovations will transform space hotels into the ultimate destination for travelers of the future? Now, let's step into one of the most critical aspects of any space hotel: the life support systems. Think about it. Keeping guests alive and comfortable in the vacuum of space is no small feat. It's not just about luxury, it's about survival. Every breath of air, every drop of water, and every degree of temperature has to be meticulously managed. First, let's talk about air purification. In a space hotel, there's no fresh breeze to rely on. Instead, advanced air filtration systems work tirelessly to remove carbon dioxide and replenish oxygen levels, mimicking Earth's natural cycle. These systems are designed to be fail-safe, with multiple backups to ensure that even if one component fails, guests can breathe easy. Imagine a network of high-tech scrubbers and oxygen generators working in harmony, constantly monitoring and adjusting the air quality to keep it just right. Then there's water recycling, a technology that's already being tested on the International Space Station. In a space hotel, every drop of water is precious. From showers to drinking water, it's all recycled through a closed-loop system that cleans and reuses it multiple times. These systems are so efficient that they can turn wastewater into potable water with near-perfect purity. It's not just about sustainability, it's about ensuring that guests never run out of this vital resource. Temperature regulation is another key challenge. In space, temperatures can swing from extreme heat to freezing cold in moments, depending on exposure to the sun or the void of shadow. Space hotels will need advanced climate control systems to maintain a comfortable, Earth-like environment. Think of it as a high-tech thermostat on steroids, constantly adjusting to keep the interior just right, no matter what's happening outside. But here's the real game changer: closed-loop ecosystems. These systems are designed to replicate Earth's natural processes, creating a self-sustaining environment where waste is minimized and resources are endlessly recycled. From plants that produce oxygen to microorganisms that break down waste, these ecosystems could one day make space hotels almost entirely self-sufficient. It's a glimpse into a future where humanity lives in harmony with the cosmos. Even as we venture further from home, of course, none of this would be possible without fail-safe mechanisms. Every life support system in a space hotel must have redundancies built in. If one system fails, another takes over instantly. This isn't just about comfort, it's about survival. Guests need to know that they're safe no matter what happens. And speaking of survival, let's not forget the energy that powers all of this. Life support systems require a constant, reliable source of energy to function. So how will space hotels source their energy? That's a question worth exploring next. Imagine floating in the vastness of space, surrounded by the infinite silence of the cosmos, yet still needing to power the lights, air filtration, and even the coffee machine in your luxury space hotel. Energy is the lifeblood of any habitat, but in space, it's not as simple as plugging into a grid. So, how will space hotels of the future keep the lights on and the systems running? The answer lies in harnessing the power of the stars themselves. Solar energy is the most obvious choice. In space, the sun shines brighter and more consistently than on Earth, unobstructed by clouds or atmosphere. Massive solar arrays could stretch out like wings, capturing sunlight around the clock. But even with this abundance, there's a challenge: energy storage. Space hotels will need advanced batteries or other storage systems to keep everything running during the periods when the station is in shadow, like during an orbit behind a planet or moon. Think of it as the ultimate nighttime backup generator, but one that has to be incredibly efficient and reliable. Then there's the potential for nuclear energy. Compact nuclear reactors could provide a steady, high-output energy source, perfect for powering large-scale operations in space. These reactors would need to be incredibly safe, of course, with fail-safes to prevent any risk of contamination or disaster. But if designed correctly, they could offer a dependable solution for long-term stays, ensuring that guests never have to worry about a blackout in zero gravity. And what about fusion energy? While still in its experimental stages on Earth, fusion could revolutionize space travel and habitation. Imagine a reactor that mimics the power of the sun itself, creating clean, virtually limitless energy from hydrogen isotopes. If perfected, fusion could be the ultimate energy source for space hotels, eliminating the need for bulky solar panels or risky nuclear reactors. It's a futuristic dream, but one that could become a reality by the year 2100. Of course, energy is only half the battle. Distributing it efficiently across a sprawling space hotel will require cutting-edge technology. Wires and cables won't cut it in zero gravity, so wireless power transmission could become the norm, using lasers or microwaves to send energy where it's needed. This system would need to be precise, safe, and adaptable, ensuring that every corner of the hotel stays powered without wasting a single watt. So, with all this energy flowing through the station, what will daily life look like for guests? Picture this, waking up in your sleek, high-tech suite, the artificial gravity making you feel right at home. The lights dim or brighten at your command, powered by the sun or a nuclear reactor millions of miles away. You grab a cup of coffee, brewed using energy beamed wirelessly to your kitchenette. And as you gaze out at the stars through your panoramic window, you realize that even in the depths of space, comfort and convenience are just a power source away. Stepping into a space hotel in the year 2100 is like entering a world where the ordinary becomes extraordinary. Picture this: you wake up in your luxurious, gravity-adjusted suite, the soft glow of Earth's atmosphere casting a serene light through your panoramic window. Your day begins with a gentle stretch, floating effortlessly as you prepare for an adventure unlike anything you've experienced on Earth. Breakfast is a highlight here, as chefs trained in zero-gravity cooking prepared dishes that are as much a feast for the eyes as they are for the palate. Imagine savoring a gourmet meal where every bite is an explosion of flavor, from rehydrated tropical fruits to perfectly seared space-grown vegetables. And yes, even your coffee is served in a specially designed cup that defies gravity to keep your drink right where it belongs. After fueling up, you might head to the zero-gravity lounge, where guests glide gracefully through the air, laughter echoing as they spin and flip in the weightless environment. It's not just fun, it's a chance to connect with fellow travelers, sharing stories and dreams under a canopy of stars. For the more adventurous, the hotel offers guided spacewalks where you can step outside and feel the vastness of the universe firsthand, tethered safely as you float above Earth's curvature. Back inside, the observatory beckons. Here, high-powered telescopes let you explore distant galaxies or simply marvel at the beauty of our own planet from above. Some hotels even feature Earth-viewing decks where you can relax in a reclined pod and watch continents drift by below, a reminder of how small and interconnected our world truly is. As the day winds down, you might join a meditation session in the Celestial Wellness Center, where the absence of gravity enhances relaxation and focus. Or, if you're in the mood for something more lively, the hotel's entertainment hub offers everything from holographic concerts to interactive virtual reality experiences that transport you to other worlds literally. Every moment in a space hotel is designed to inspire awe and wonder, blending luxury with the thrill of exploration. But how do these hotels ensure that every guest's needs and desires are met, no matter how unique or ambitious? That's a question we'll explore next. Picture floating in a zero-gravity spa, surrounded by the serene glow of Earth below, as a robotic masseuse works out the tension from your muscles. This isn't just a fantasy, it's the kind of luxury experience space hotels of the future could offer. But what exactly will make these hotels feel indulgent and comfortable, especially in the harsh, unfamiliar environment of space? Let's take a closer look at the amenities and services that could redefine luxury 270 years from now. First, imagine stepping into a spa designed specifically for zero gravity. Without the constraints of Earth's gravity, treatments like massages and hydrotherapy could become even more relaxing, with water and oils forming perfect, weightless spheres around you. These spas might also use advanced biofeedback technology to tailor treatments to your body's exact needs, ensuring every session is uniquely rejuvenating. And for those who want to unwind with a view, floor-to-ceiling windows could offer breathtaking panoramas of Earth, the Moon, or even distant galaxies. But luxury in space won't stop at relaxation. Personalized AI concierges could become the ultimate service, anticipating your every need before you even ask. From curating your daily itinerary to recommending the perfect zero-gravity meal, these AI systems could learn your preferences and habits, creating a seamless, bespoke experience. Imagine waking up to a breakfast tailored to your exact nutritional needs, or having your favorite music play as you drift off to sleep in your private cabin. For the thrill seekers, space hotels could offer once-in-a-lifetime experiences that go beyond anything on Earth. Private spacewalks could allow guests to step outside the hotel and float freely above the planet, while guided asteroid tours might take you on a journey through the solar system's rocky remnants. These adventures wouldn't just be about sightseeing, they'd be about creating unforgettable memories in a way that's impossible on Earth, of course. Creating this sense of comfort and indulgence in space won't be easy. Hotels will need to overcome the challenges of operating in a zero-gravity environment, from designing equipment that works without gravity to ensuring the safety and comfort of guests during high-risk activities like spacewalks. But as technology advances, these challenges could become opportunities to innovate and redefine what luxury truly means. So, what do you think? Would you book a stay at a space hotel for the chance to experience these futuristic amenities? And how do you think these services could evolve even further by the year 2100? Building and operating a space hotel is no small feat. It's a monumental challenge that pushes the boundaries of human ingenuity. One of the most immediate hurdles is the staggering cost. The materials needed to construct a hotel in space aren't just expensive. They have to be lightweight, durable, and capable of withstanding extreme conditions. Everything from the outer shell to the internal systems must be designed to handle the vacuum of space, radiation, and temperature fluctuations. And then there's the question of how to get all these materials into orbit. Transporting even a single pound of cargo into space costs tens of thousands of dollars, making the logistics of building a space hotel a financial and engineering puzzle. But the challenges don't end once construction is complete. Maintaining a space hotel introduces a whole new set of obstacles. Supplies like food, water, and oxygen need to be delivered regularly, and waste must be safely removed or recycled. Every system, from life support to artificial gravity, has to function flawlessly because even a small malfunction could have catastrophic consequences. And let's not forget the ever-present threat of space debris. Tiny fragments of old satellites or rocket parts can travel at speeds of over 17,000 miles per hour, posing a serious risk to the hotel's structure and its guests. Despite these challenges, companies are making remarkable strides. Innovations in reusable rockets, like those developed by SpaceX, are driving down the cost of transporting materials. Advances in 3D printing could allow us to manufacture parts directly in space, reducing the need to ship heavy components from Earth. And collaborations between governments, private companies, and research institutions are fostering creative solutions to problems like space debris mitigation. For example, some projects are exploring ways to capture and remove debris using robotic arms or nets. As we tackle these challenges, another important question arises: how will space hotels impact the environment both in space and on Earth? The answer to this could shape the future of space tourism in ways we're only beginning to understand. As we marvel at the possibilities of space hotels in the 21st century, it's crucial to pause and consider the environmental implications of this ambitious leap forward. Space tourism and the construction of orbital accommodations aren't just about innovation and luxury. They come with a significant ecological cost. One of the most pressing concerns is space debris. Every rocket launch, every piece of equipment sent into orbit, and every discarded component adds to the growing cloud of debris circling our planet. This debris poses risks not only to future space missions, but also to the delicate balance of Earth's orbital environment. Imagine a future where space hotels themselves could become hazards if not managed responsibly. Then there's the issue of resource consumption. Building and maintaining a space hotel requires vast amounts of energy, materials, and water resources that are already strained on Earth. The carbon footprint of rocket launches is another major concern. A single launch can emit as much carbon dioxide as hundreds of transatlantic flights, raising questions about how sustainable space tourism truly is. But it's not all doom and gloom. Efforts are already underway to make space travel greener. Companies like SpaceX and Blue Origin are pioneering reusable rockets, drastically reducing waste and emissions. Engineers are experimenting with eco-friendly materials that could minimize the environmental impact of construction in space. Still, the question remains, who will ensure that these advancements are implemented responsibly? As space hotels become a reality, governments will play a pivotal role in regulating this new frontier. Will they enforce strict sustainability standards? Could international cooperation lead to a framework that balances progress with planetary care? These are the challenges we must tackle head-on as we reach for the stars. Now let's shift our focus to a crucial but often overlooked aspect of space hotels: the legal and regulatory frameworks that will govern them. Imagine this: you're floating in a luxurious space hotel, gazing at Earth from orbit, but who's responsible if something goes wrong? Who enforces the rules when you're hundreds of miles above the planet? These aren't just hypothetical questions, they're the kind of challenges that space hotels will face as they become a reality. One of the biggest hurdles is jurisdiction. Right now, space is governed by international agreements like the Outer Space Treaty, which was established back in the 1960s. This treaty states that no single nation can claim sovereignty over celestial bodies, but it doesn't provide much clarity on how commercial ventures like space hotels should operate. For example, if a space hotel is owned by a company based in one country but orbits over another, which laws apply? What happens if there's a dispute between guests or an accident on board? These are questions that will require new legal frameworks to address. Safety standards are another critical issue. Space is an inherently risky environment, and ensuring the safety of guests will be paramount. How do you regulate life support systems, emergency protocols, or even basic amenities like food and water when you're in microgravity? Governments and space agencies will need to collaborate with private companies to set clear, enforceable safety guidelines. And let's not forget liability. What happens if a guest is injured or worse? Space hotels will need comprehensive insurance policies and legal protections, but these don't exist yet in any meaningful way. The Outer Space Treaty will likely need to evolve to keep pace with the growing commercial space industry. We might see new agreements that specifically address space tourism, outlining everything from property rights to environmental protections. For instance, how do we prevent space hotels from contributing to orbital debris, which is already a significant problem? Clear, forward-thinking regulations will be essential to ensure that space tourism is not only safe but also sustainable and fair for everyone involved. This brings us to a bigger question: how will space hotels impact the economy? As we look ahead, we'll explore how this emerging industry could transform global markets, create new jobs, and even reshape the way we think about wealth and opportunity. But for now, it's clear that the legal and regulatory frameworks for space hotels will be just as important as the technology that makes them possible. Without them, the dream of staying in a space hotel could remain just that, a dream. Space hotels aren't just a futuristic dream, they're a potential economic powerhouse waiting to reshape industries on Earth and beyond. Think about it, building a hotel in orbit doesn't just require architects and engineers. It opens the door to entirely new sectors like space construction, orbital hospitality, and even specialized training programs for space tourism. The ripple effect could be enormous, creating thousands of jobs in fields we can barely imagine today. From designing zero-gravity furniture to developing sustainable life support systems, the opportunities are as vast as space itself. And let's not forget the indirect benefits advancements in materials science, robotics, and energy efficiency developed for space hotels could trickle down to improve everyday life on Earth. But it's not just about jobs and innovation. Space tourism has the potential to ignite a new era of exploration and inspiration. Imagine a generation of kids growing up with the possibility of visiting space as casually as we might book a weekend getaway. The allure of space travel could drive more students into STEM fields, fueling a cycle of discovery and progress. It's a vision that goes beyond dollars and cents. It's about redefining what's possible for humanity. Of course, there's no shortage of risks and uncertainties. Investing in space hotels is a gamble with sky-high costs and no guarantee of immediate returns. The technology is still in its infancy, and the challenges like ensuring safety, managing waste, and creating a comfortable environment in microgravity are far from trivial. Plus, the industry will need to navigate complex regulations and international agreements to make space tourism a reality. All of this raises a critical question: who will actually be able to afford a stay in a space hotel? With initial prices likely reaching into the millions, it's safe to say that space tourism won't be accessible to most people, at least not at first. But as technology improves and costs come down, the dream of space travel could become more inclusive. After all, the first airplanes were luxury items too, and now flying is a routine part of life for billions. Could space hotels follow the same trajectory? Only time will tell, but one thing's for sure: the economic impact of this new frontier will be anything but ordinary. Now, let's talk about who gets to experience the wonder of a space hotel. At first glance, the idea of staying in orbit might seem like something reserved for the ultra-wealthy, and you wouldn't be wrong. Early estimates suggest that a single night in a space hotel could cost hundreds of thousands of dollars, if not more. But here's the thing: history has shown us that groundbreaking technologies, from air travel to smartphones, often start as luxuries before becoming accessible to the masses. Space hotels could follow a similar path. One way to make space tourism more affordable is through creative financing options. Imagine payment plans that allow travelers to spread the cost over several years, much like buying a car or a home. Shared accommodations could also bring prices down. Think of it as a futuristic version of a hostel, where guests split the cost of a room. And let's not forget the role governments might play. Subsidies or tax incentives could make space travel more attainable, especially if it's framed as a way to advance scientific research or inspire the next generation of explorers. But this raises an important question: should space hotels prioritize luxury over accessibility? It's a tricky balance. On one hand, high-end amenities and exclusivity are what make these hotels appealing to early adopters. On the other hand, limiting access to only the wealthiest individuals could deepen existing inequalities. Imagine a future where only a select few can experience the awe of seeing Earth from orbit, while the rest of humanity watches from afar. It's a scenario that challenges us to think about the ethics of space tourism and who it's truly meant to serve. As we consider these questions, it's worth looking ahead to what space hotels might mean for the future of travel. Could they revolutionize the way we explore not just space, but our own planet as well? Let's dive into that next. Picture this: a bustling space hotel orbiting Earth, not just as a luxurious retreat, but as a launchpad for humanity's next giant leap. These floating sanctuaries could evolve into more than just vacation destinations. They might become vital hubs for deeper space exploration. Think of them as cosmic pit stops where travelers and explorers alike prepare for missions to Mars, the moons of Jupiter, or even distant star systems. With advanced docking facilities, research labs, and training centers, space hotels could serve as the ideal staging grounds for these ambitious journeys. They'd offer a place to acclimate to zero gravity, conduct experiments, and even refuel spacecraft before venturing further into the unknown. But the impact of space hotels could stretch far beyond logistics. They might spark a cultural revolution, reshaping how we see ourselves in the universe. Imagine the ripple effect of millions of people experiencing Earth from orbit, gazing at its fragile beauty and realizing how interconnected we all are. This shift in perspective could ignite a global sense of responsibility, inspiring new efforts to protect our planet while pushing the boundaries of what's possible beyond it. Space hotels could also become melting pots of innovation, where scientists, artists, and dreamers from around the world collaborate on groundbreaking ideas. And let's not forget the role these hotels could play in making space travel more accessible. Over time, as technology advances and costs decrease, they might open the door for more people to experience the wonders of space. This democratization of exploration could lead to a surge in interest and investment in space science, creating a feedback loop of discovery and progress. From fostering international cooperation to inspiring the next generation of astronauts and engineers, space hotels could be the catalyst for a new era of exploration, one that takes us not just to the stars but beyond them. So, what might this mean for our culture? Could space hotels redefine how we think about travel, ambition, and our place in the cosmos? The possibilities are as vast as the universe itself. As humanity steps beyond the confines of Earth, space hotels won't just be places to stay, they'll become catalysts for a profound cultural shift. Imagine waking up to a view of Earth from orbit, a blue marble suspended in the void. That perspective alone could redefine how we see ourselves. Suddenly, borders, nations, and divisions might feel smaller, less significant when viewed from hundreds of miles above. This new vantage point could inspire a collective sense of unity, a realization that we're all part of something much larger than our individual lives. Art, literature, and philosophy would inevitably evolve in response to this cosmic experience. Picture novels penned by authors gazing out at the stars, their stories infused with the awe and wonder of life in space. Visual artists might capture the interplay of light and shadow in zero gravity, creating works that challenge our understanding of form and movement. And philosophers, they'd likely grapple with questions of identity, purpose, and our role in the universe in ways we can't yet fully imagine. Space hotels could become incubators for creativity, where the boundaries of human expression are pushed further than ever before. But even as we reach for the stars, preserving Earth's rich cultural heritage will remain essential. Space hotels could serve as bridges between worlds, showcasing the traditions, languages, and histories that make our planet unique. Imagine a gallery in orbit displaying artifacts from every corner of Earth, reminding visitors of the beauty and diversity of the world they left behind. This balance between embracing the possibilities of the cosmos and honoring our roots will be key to ensuring that humanity's journey into space is as meaningful as it is groundbreaking. And speaking of groundbreaking, how will we even make these futuristic space hotels a reality? What technologies will power these marvels of human ingenuity? That's where we're headed next. So, what does it take to turn the dream of a space hotel into a tangible reality? The answer lies in a suite of cutting-edge technologies, each one pushing the boundaries of what's possible. Let's start with propulsion systems, because getting to space is only half the battle. Advanced ion drives and nuclear propulsion are being developed to make space travel faster, more efficient, and cost-effective. These systems could slash travel times, making trips to orbit or beyond more accessible for tourists. And speaking of accessibility, 3D printing in space is another game changer. Imagine building entire hotel modules in zero gravity, using materials harvested from asteroids or the moon. This isn't science fiction. Companies are already testing 3D printers on the International Space Station, proving that constructing habitats in space is feasible. But it's not just about the hardware. Collaboration is key to making these breakthroughs happen. Governments, private companies, and research institutions are pooling resources and expertise to tackle the challenges of space habitation. Take NASA partnerships with SpaceX and Blue Origin, for example, or the European Space Agency's work with startups on sustainable space technologies. These alliances are accelerating progress, turning what once seemed like distant dreams into achievable milestones. And then there's the role of artificial intelligence. From managing life support systems to automating guest services, AI could revolutionize how space hotels operate. Imagine an AI concierge that anticipates your needs, or a smart environmental control system that adjusts lighting and temperature based on your preferences. It's not just about convenience. AI could also enhance safety, monitoring systems in real time to prevent malfunctions before they happen. So, as we marvel at these technological advancements, it's worth asking, what other innovations will emerge as we inch closer to the first space hotel? Artificial intelligence is set to revolutionize the way we experience space hotels, not just as a luxury but as a necessity. Imagine stepping into a hotel orbiting Earth, where every detail, from the air you breathe to the entertainment you enjoy, is seamlessly managed by advanced AI systems. These intelligent systems will handle everything from maintaining life support to ensuring your room temperature is just right, all while adapting to your preferences in real time. It's like having a concierge, but one that's connected to every corner of the hotel, anticipating your needs before you even realize them. One of the most exciting possibilities is how AI will personalize the guest experience. Picture this: you arrive at your suite, and the lights, music, and even the view from your virtual window adjust to match your mood or preferences. AI could curate unique entertainment options, from interactive holographic tours of distant galaxies to virtual reality experiences that let you explore alien worlds, all tailored to your interests. But it's not just about comfort and fun. AI will also play a critical role in safety. In the event of an emergency, such as a sudden drop in oxygen levels or a malfunctioning airlock, AI systems could respond instantly, diagnosing the problem and implementing solutions faster than any human crew could. However, with such reliance on AI comes important ethical questions. In a remote environment like space, where help from Earth is hours or even days away, how much trust should we place in machines? What happens if an AI system fails or makes a decision that conflicts with human judgment? These are challenges that will need careful consideration as we design the space hotels of the future. And speaking of challenges, what happens when emergencies arise in such a unique and isolated setting? How will space hotels ensure the safety and well-being of their guests when the unexpected occurs? That's a question we'll explore next, diving into the protocols and technologies designed to keep everyone safe, even in the most extreme situations. When you're floating hundreds of miles above Earth, safety isn't just a priority, it's the foundation of everything. Space hotels in 2100 will need to be designed with an unwavering focus on emergency preparedness, ensuring that every guest and crew member can handle the unexpected. After all, in the vacuum of space, even small problems can escalate quickly without the right systems in place. One of the most critical aspects of these hotels will be their ability to respond to medical emergencies. Imagine a guest experiencing a sudden health issue in zero gravity, far from any hospital. Advanced medical pods equipped with AI diagnostics and robotic surgical tools will be essential, providing immediate care while stabilizing patients for potential evacuation. Staff will undergo rigorous training, not just in first aid, but in managing high-stress scenarios where every second counts. Guests, too, will likely participate in brief safety orientations, learning how to use emergency equipment or navigate escape routes in case of a crisis. But medical emergencies are just one piece of the puzzle. Space hotels will also need to prepare for equipment failures, which could range from life support system malfunctions to power outages. Redundancy will be key here, backup systems upon backup systems, ensuring that if one fails, another seamlessly takes its place. For example, oxygen generators, water recyclers, and communication arrays will all have multiple fail-safes, creating a safety net that minimizes risk. Then there's the ever-present threat of space debris. Even a tiny piece of debris traveling at orbital speeds can cause catastrophic damage. To mitigate this, space hotels will likely be equipped with advanced shielding and collision detection systems. These systems will monitor the surrounding environment in real time, alerting the crew to potential hazards and, if necessary, initiating evasive maneuvers to avoid impact. The combination of cutting-edge technology and thorough training will make space hotels some of the safest environments humanity has ever created. But beyond the practicalities, this level of preparedness raises an important question. What does it mean for humanity to build a future where safety in space is not just possible, but routine? As we venture further into the cosmos, these hotels could become the first steps toward a new era of exploration, where the challenges of space are no longer barriers but opportunities to innovate and thrive. As we look toward the year 2100, space hotels represent far more than just a luxurious getaway. They could mark the beginning of a transformative chapter for humanity. These orbiting havens have the potential to be more than just destinations. They could become the foundation for our future as a spacefaring species. Imagine a world where these hotels aren't just for vacationers but serve as vital hubs for scientific discovery, offering researchers unparalleled access to microgravity experiments, advanced astronomy, and space-based manufacturing. They could act as stepping stones, paving the way for permanent colonies on the Moon, Mars, and beyond, turning science fiction into science fact. But the impact of space hotels goes beyond science and exploration. They could also become symbols of unity in a divided world. Picture travelers from every corner of the globe sharing meals and stories while gazing down at Earth from hundreds of miles above. In a space hotel, national borders dissolve and cultural differences become points of connection rather than division. This shared experience has the power to remind us of our collective humanity, fostering a sense of global cooperation that's increasingly vital as we face challenges both on and off our planet. And let's not forget the role these hotels could play in advancing interstellar travel. By perfecting the technologies needed to sustain human life in space, like closed-loop life support systems and advanced propulsion, we're not just building hotels. We're laying the groundwork for journeys to distant stars, expanding our horizons in ways we can barely imagine today. Of course, with such grand possibilities come equally significant questions. What does it mean to commercialize the final frontier? How do we ensure that the benefits of space tourism and exploration are shared equitably? These are the kinds of ethical dilemmas we'll need to grapple with as we move forward, and that's exactly what we'll explore next. As we push forward into the era of space tourism, the excitement of exploring the cosmos comes with a weighty responsibility. While the prospect of staying in a space hotel or gazing at Earth from orbit is thrilling, we can't ignore the ethical questions that come with it. One of the most pressing concerns is the environmental impact. Rockets, after all, emit significant amounts of carbon dioxide and other pollutants into the atmosphere. Every launch leaves a mark, and as space tourism grows, so will its footprint. The question becomes, how do we balance our dreams of the stars with the need to protect our own planet? Then there's the issue of accessibility. Right now, space tourism is a luxury reserved for the ultra-wealthy, with ticket prices reaching into the hundreds of thousands or even millions of dollars. This raises concerns about social inequality. If space becomes a playground only for the richest, what does that say about our priorities as a species? Shouldn't the wonders of the cosmos be something humanity can experience collectively, not just a privileged few? Governments and private companies have a responsibility to ensure that the benefits of space exploration are shared more equitably. This could mean investing in technologies that lower costs, creating opportunities for broader participation, or even funding educational programs to inspire the next generation of space enthusiasts from all walks of life. Another layer to consider is the long-term impact of space tourism on celestial environments. As we build hotels and other structures in orbit or on the moon, we risk polluting space itself. Think about it, space debris is already a growing problem with thousands of pieces of junk orbiting Earth. If we're not careful, our ambitions could turn the final frontier into a cluttered, hazardous mess. That's why establishing ethical guidelines is crucial. We need clear rules about how we interact with space, from waste management to preserving the integrity of other planets and moons. So, what can we learn from early prototypes of space hotels? These first attempts are more than just technological experiments. They're a chance to set the tone for how we approach space tourism as a whole. By prioritizing sustainability, inclusivity, and ethical practices from the start, we can ensure that this new chapter in human exploration benefits everyone, not just a select few. The choices we make now will shape the future of space travel for generations to come. Let's make them count. As we peer into the future of space hospitality, it's fascinating to see how early prototypes and concepts are already laying the groundwork for what's to come. Take, for example, the Von Braun Station, a visionary design that envisions a rotating space habitat, creating artificial gravity to make life in orbit more comfortable. This concept, inspired by the ideas of Wernher von Braun, is more than just a blueprint. It's a testament to human ingenuity and our determination to make space travel not just possible but enjoyable. Then there's the Aurora Station, a sleek, modular space hotel designed to offer luxury accommodations for private travelers. These projects aren't just science fiction, they're real, tangible steps toward a future where space tourism becomes as routine as a weekend getaway. But what's truly exciting is how these early efforts are teaching us invaluable lessons. From the challenges of building in microgravity to the need for sustainable life support systems, every prototype brings us closer to perfecting the art of living in space. These designs are proving that hospitality in orbit isn't just about survival, it's about creating an experience. Imagine sipping a drink while floating by a panoramic window, gazing at Earth from hundreds of miles above. It's these kinds of moments that space hotels of the future will aim to deliver, and it's all thanks to the bold ideas being tested today. Now, with these prototypes as our foundation, let's take a leap forward and ask, what will space hotels look like in the year 2100? Will they be orbiting cities, complete with parks, restaurants, and even artificial weather systems? Or will they be minimalist retreats offering a serene escape from the chaos of Earth? The possibilities are as vast as the cosmos itself. But one thing's for sure, these early concepts are just the beginning of a journey that's set to redefine how we live, work, and vacation among the stars. Picture this, by the year 2100, space hotels aren't just a futuristic dream, they're as ordinary as booking a beachside resort on Earth. Floating high above our planet, these hotels are architectural marvels, blending cutting-edge technology with breathtaking design. Imagine floor-to-ceiling windows offering panoramic views of Earth, its vibrant blue hues contrasting with the infinite darkness of space. The hotels themselves could be shaped like futuristic rings or sleek, glowing orbs, rotating gently to create artificial gravity, ensuring guests feel as comfortable as they would back home. But this isn't just about the view, it's about the experience. Step inside, and you're greeted by a world where luxury meets innovation. Think zero-gravity lounges where you can float effortlessly, savoring gourmet meals prepared by chefs who have mastered the art of cooking in space. Spacious suites designed with adaptive materials that shift and reshape to match your mood or needs. Want a cozy reading nook? The walls adjust. Need a workspace with a view of the stars? Done. Every detail is tailored to make you feel like you're living in the future. But it's not just about comfort, it's about adventure. Space hotels could offer experiences that are simply impossible on Earth. Imagine strapping into a shuttle for a quick trip to the moon's surface, where you can explore lunar landscapes or even join a guided tour of historic Apollo landing sites. Or perhaps you'd prefer a spacewalk, floating freely outside the hotel, tethered only by a thin cord with the Earth spinning silently below. For the thrill seekers, there could even be low-gravity sports like lunar volleyball or asteroid mining simulations, blending entertainment with education. And let's not forget the human potential unlocked by these hotels. They could serve as hubs for scientific research, where guests can participate in experiments or attend lectures from leading astronauts and astrophysicists. Imagine dining with a Nobel Prize-winning scientist or stargazing through a telescope powerful enough to spot distant galaxies. These hotels wouldn't just be places to stay, they'd be gateways to knowledge, inspiration, and discovery. Now take a moment to think about what this means for us today. The advancements needed to make space hotels a reality: sustainable energy, advanced materials, breakthroughs in propulsion are already in development. Every step we take toward this vision pushes the boundaries of what's possible, not just for space travel but for life on Earth. The technologies powering these hotels could revolutionize industries from construction to healthcare and inspire a new generation of dreamers and innovators. So, while space hotels in 2100 may feel like science fiction, they're a glimpse of what humanity can achieve when we dare to dream big. What does this mean for us today? It's a reminder that the future isn't something we wait for, it's something we build, one bold idea at a time. As we wrap up this journey into the future of space hotels, it's clear that what once seemed like science fiction is steadily becoming science fact. By the year 2100, these orbiting havens could redefine how we experience travel, luxury, and even our connection to the universe. From gravity-defying architecture to sustainable life support systems, every detail reflects humanity's relentless drive to explore and innovate. But beyond the technology, there's something even more profound at play: our collective imagination reaching for the stars. This vision isn't just about creating a place to stay, it's about pushing the boundaries of what's possible and redefining our place in the cosmos. It's about asking questions like, how can we ensure these advancements benefit everyone? How do we balance progress with responsibility? These are the conversations that will shape the future, and they're ones we all have a role in. Whether you're someone who dreams of booking a room among the stars, an engineer working on the next breakthrough, or simply a curious observer, this future belongs to all of us. So, what do you think? Could you see yourself floating in a zero-gravity lounge, gazing at Earth from above? Or maybe you're more interested in the tech that makes it all possible. Whatever your perspective, the possibilities are as vast as space itself. If you enjoyed exploring this topic, don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe for more deep dives into the future, and let us know your thoughts in the comments below. Thanks for joining me on this cosmic adventure. Until next time, keep dreaming big and looking up.